I got an empty deal. That's just on YouTube right there. Fuzz. Discovered these work really
What
well.
a great, here. What's in your loaf? Dead Facebook people and peeing train riders.
Put dead Facebook people and peeing, dead Facebook people, comma, peeing train riders and important meetings.
Peeing train riders.
And then comma, put an Oxford comma and important meetings.
Oxford comma.
The comma that comes before the and. Because if it's
Yeah,
peeing train
yeah.
riders and important
Right,
meetings, that means
yeah.
they're peeing at the meeting on the train.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Important meetings.
there you go.
I don't know how to get that up.
There you go. And add that there.
Right. And then we'll go live.
Then if you put a comedy tag,
Hashtag comedy.
hashtag comedy, or sometimes all you gotta do is just write the word comedy in comma, it might
Stand up comedy.
sketch comedy.
Parody. What are we doing?
Late night comedy, we're not late night.
We're improv.
Yeah, improv comedy,
Yeah.
that's fine. There you go. Then people will find it if they're just searching for that.
Yeah, why not? It's
Why
beautiful.
not? It helps
It's
spread
beautiful.
it a little bit more.
Get it out there.
But, and since,
Check. How are we doing there?
are we doing all right? Is
Yeah.
this, do I need to get closer?
No, you sound
No.
terrific.
All right.
Yeah, everything's
I have
good.
look good, sound good. Isn't it great to be a gorgeous human being?
It is. Look at that beautiful brioche right there.
It's a gorgeous brioche. It's a vanilla brioche. Brioche, how goes?
Brioche, how gosh. Brioche.
I actually like chocolate brioche. I really do. I have not had anything like that
I
in
looked
months.
at that. It was a chocolate with chocolate chip.
Ooh.
But then I
Another
said,
chocolate chip thing? Chocolate chip might be a bit much.
yeah, like where the vanilla custard is there,
Yeah.
that's where it was chocolate. But then the chocolate chip, I was like, God, it'd be hard to toast. I'm thinking of
Yeah.
toastability.
That might be really good. A little toasty, a little crispy.
Crispy.
And put a little butter on it. But I actually like to ice the chocolate brioche. And, you know, it's, yeah. But I like it
A
cold.
good drizzle.
I like to get it cold in the fridge.
Yeah.
And then ice it and then slice it. So it becomes actually like a little cake,
More cakey.
more cakey. And
I've never had a brioche, I don't think. Maybe I have, but
I like them, they're good. They're good.
they look delicious. Anything with custard.
Anything with custard is your thing?
Yeah.
Custard is your jam?
It's my jam. Yeah, absolutely.
Custard
It
is my jam.
What is 13?
I do have an acronym. Are we gonna do one on the 4th of July? I said that rather loudly.
Check one. Do it again. Okay.
Are we gonna do one on the 4th of July?
Maybe the 3rd. Maybe we should get in early. Tape one, or we could rerun one.
The 3rd is gonna be the Wednesday.
That's
I
tough day.
I could do that in the evening, but we got the guys who do their thing. I could do like 5:30 on the 3rd.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that'd be all right.
so that's all right? Okay, all right,
Let's give it a shot.
all right. And, yeah, nobody's doing anything on Thursday.
There's another thing. When you sunburn, is it? We'll talk about that here in a minute.
Yeah, you can ask me that. I can have hours of conversations on sunburns.
We're
I'm
going
a
live
frickin'
now.
ginger.
Here we go. We're live in 3, 2, 1 on Facebook. everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Facebook land.
Facebook land,
Thank you.
3:30 on
Stay
a
with us,
Thursday.
and we will be live in just 1 second here. Actually, in 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, let's go. We're having fun. This is good.
Everybody's having a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Frank. Dance, Frank,
Fantastic.
dance.
Yeah, how are you? Oh, welcome to What's in Your Loaf.
What's in your loaf?
Today, dead Facebook people, peeing train riders,
An important meeting.
important meetings.
Important meetings.
Absolutely.
So, we got a lot.
Oh,
And plus, we have the loaf.
And we've got a beautiful loaf. Oh, God.
Kent found the loaf. This is your loaf today.
It's my loaf today.
Yeah,
It is
absolutely.
my loaf, which is wonderful. Ah, do you see how I faded that out?
I did. It was great.
Just stop it. Of course, that is Hey Hey. That is Ballade de Johnny
Ballade de Johnny.
by Les Sans Colettes.
Yeah.
Culottes.
The
It's a
French.
French group.
Well, you know, it's in keeping with your loaf today.
Yeah, of course, the loaf today. Stick around, find out
Stick
what's
around.
in it. It is of French nature. Just absolutely fun. Hey, Jerry Riley.
Terry
Good
Riley.
to see you. Absolutely fun day today on What's in Your Loaf. Dead Facebook people, peeing train riders, and
In
important.
important meetings.
And I've got to ask you a question. A few weeks ago, I was out at the Cubs Cardinals game. Glenn
Right.
Smith, a listener, a fan of this show,
Took
actually.
you. Yeah.
Actually, he turned it off after 1:30.
But he was a minute and 30-second fan.
That's right.
We had him.
He's a sprint.
We had him for a whole minute 30.
Jerry Riley, how are things down in Florida, brother? Hopefully all is well. And I got a little sunburn. You're out there in the bleachers,
As you would.
watching the Cubs, and I got a little sunburn, and I thought I had aloe vera, and I'd taken it, but now I'm starting to molt. It's coming off.
It's coming off.
Right.
You got the peel.
Peel.
The post-burn peel.
So the question is, are you just a ignore it type of a guy, or do you try to peel it off in the biggest sheets of skin as you possibly can?
Oh, man. It's loofahs are involved. I'm a freaking ginger.
Yeah. So, you
So
burn
if
all the
I
time.
burn,
Yeah.
it's gonna peel.
Yeah.
So and it's for me, I want it done, I want it gone, I want it off because it itches, it's scratchy, it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
So if I could get a big sheet of it, especially if it's on the back,
Yeah.
and you can get a big sheet, whatever, that's great. But otherwise, it's coming off with loofahs, steel wool, cheese graters, whatever I can get that off with as quick as I can get it off.
Reverend Riley, the topic for this afternoon on What's in Your Loaf is dead Facebook people, peeing train riders, and important meetings.
No.
Yeah.
So,
And of course, we were just talking about. And I'm the type of guy who tries to peel it all off. I mean, in
You
one
want
big.
one big.
Yeah.
So it's like a goal for you.
Yeah.
Or challenge.
It's a challenge.
Yeah,
A
okay.
sheet of skin. I try to.
You really want to see
Yeah,
the
patience.
sheet, the patience. So it doesn't itch. It doesn't drive you nuts.
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
No.
see
But I
that.
lotion up. I'm a big lotion guy. I lotion every day.
Well, and if I'm going out and about, if I'm just mowing the yard, I'll just go out and get it done
Yeah.
real quick. I'm still gonna burn, but it's not gonna be that bad because it takes me less than an hour to mow. And but see, I also still wear the long sleeves,
Yeah.
the hat.
Yeah, you protect.
I mean, even if it's 90 degrees out there, I gotta dress because I'm gonna friggin' become a crispy critter.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where all these wonderful mini tans came from.
Yeah, those mini tans.
Yeah, mini tans.
So that was just interesting. I noticed that as I was driving today back from Chicago, it was I was trying to peel it off
Peel it off.
in big pieces.
So did you start a collection?
I have to shake off my floor mat because it looks like there's CSI would have a heyday in there.
You have one of those guys that come in with the little glowing lamp.
Holy Lord.
Well, apparently, there was a molting snake in here. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. So, happy Father's Day, by the way. A
And
little
to you
late.
too.
Terry and Frank, happy Father's Day. A little late.
Yeah.
But here's something I've always found interesting about Facebook. Now, Facebook is how many years old?
Was it going on
2000
10 or something
10,
like that?
2000, right?
Or more than 10,
Maybe
right?
it came around 2005. I don't know.
Something like that.
Anywho, the amazing thing that Father's Day, Mother's Day, Christmas, the thing that amazes me is how many dead people have Facebook.
Yeah.
Because there are so many people. Happy Father's Day, Dad, in heaven.
Yeah. Because heaven probably has a great internet connection.
Yeah. Their Wi-Fi.
Their Wi-Fi is probably just out of this world.
Everything's in the cloud.
Yeah. So,
Thank you very much.
Well, but yeah, I see that, and
Right.
I just like, all right, I don't even click like on those. I really.
No.
You know what? I'll take it back because I did click like on one because one of my uncles actually put that up for my grandfather, my mom's dad,
Yeah.
who passed a few years ago, and he put it up there.
Who didn't even have a
And-
computer, but he does now.
No, he yeah, in heaven he gets Facebook in heaven.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's I'm sure he looking at it going, ha ha, and you put a little heart on there.
Little heart
so.
there.
But
Little
yeah,
wings.
no, it's I saw my mom click on it and
Yeah.
a few other people, and isn't it it's amazing, too, to me, because you see these things.
Pastor Riley says
Yeah,
the best connection.
best connection to heaven. So you know
Yeah.
what? I imagine most pastors do.
That's
And
right.
see, that's the thing. My mom's dad, he was a pastor
Yeah.
of church,
Yeah.
and he was actually a high priest, high evangelical priest. I don't know,
Preacher
Yeah,
guy.
it was
A man of the cloth.
Yeah, in the.
But I still,
at any rate.
I just find it, and a lot of the people who shoot that out there, really, they get a very you know what I'm saying? It's like your dad is actually reading this.
Yeah.
And he's been dead since 1972.
Yeah.
You know, Dad, it's only been 41 years.
Only.
Since
It's like it was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Like it was. I
Miss
remember
you
it.
every day. Think of you every day. But I'm like, it's so bizarre.
Yeah.
It's to me that
it's
people don't have Facebook.
Well, what? Yeah, dead people don't have Facebook. That should be the title of a song or a maybe a good country song.
Dead people.
Dead people don't have Facebook. But no, of course I'm no singer.
Studio audience likes it.
They do. Huh? Welcome. Catch you again. So yeah, so there. Oh, and by the way, hi YouTube over there.
That's it.
Yeah, it also amazes me too. Not for nothing, how dead people become incredibly good, kind, sainted folk. And I know some of the
Yeah.
people that show up in the pictures.
Right.
And I'm like,
Hey, want so much down here.
hey, now they've become, love you, miss you, you were so wonderful. Were you?
Yeah.
What are you remembering?
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
That's because
So,
Facebook has become therapy.
it is. Well, it's therapy. Yeah, sure it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I had somebody on Father's Day pat me on the back and say, "So how are you doing?" And I'm not even, thinking. And then, this is your first Father's Day without a dad. And now my wife turns around and promptly says, "Oh, that's real good. Remind him of that on Father's Day. He's probably not trying to think about that." And
To
I'm
which
like,
you responded, pretty good. I sent a post on Facebook.
So, because now my dad didn't even have Facebook when he was alive. And when he and his wife did get a smartphone, did learn how to text.
Nice.
That was an amazing
Yeah,
day.
that's good.
But Yeah, he's probably not hanging out on Facebook right now.
Yeah.
So, but no, that's all right. So, but yeah, it is amazing. Facebook is therapy for a lot of people.
It is.
Probably cheaper than therapy for a lot of
It
people.
could be.
I mean, imagine
Driving me to therapy.
So, well, you probably need therapy after the day like you had
Well-
today that you were telling me about. And I know that's a bit of a segue into our next topic
Yeah.
here, but
Peeing train riders.
that was remarkable.
So I was down in the city, and the city, for those of you listening all around the globe and out there on YouTube, is Chicago. And I was down there this morning doing some business, and
Yep.
and I'm on my way back, and I take the express lanes on 90, 94. I take the express lanes. And then right where the express lanes kind of, you either stay left and go to Milwaukee or go right into the suburbs, Schaumburg and Rockford. So I'm Rockfording because I'm suburbing.
Yeah.
And here comes the train. And it's bumper to bumper. So it's literally 40 miles an hour, which is probably
Yeah,
fast.
it's not freeway speed. Well, I mean, around here it's freeway speed.
So
but
and
yeah.
because I love to watch people, I'm taking a look at the train, and it is amazing. I'm like, oh, they must be draining the air conditioner, because out of the back of the train, shooting my direction, is a stream of water. I mean, like out of a hose.
Just a big arc.
A big arc out of a hose, and then I look, and there is this train rider, Ted Mosley. How are you? There's a train rider. There's a big black guy, and he's peeing out the back of the train.
Wow. Well,
right at all the cars, right?
Hey,
Now,
when you have to do the Lord's work.
Now I'm driving this way, the train's coming this way, going against me. And I'm moving too fast, the train's moving too fast for me to take a second glance, like, did I just see what I think I saw? And and so the rest of the way home, my mind is going, oh my God, did I just see that? And did everybody else just see that? And then I think, that's amazing, because I get stage fright. I can't even pee at Wrigley Field in the troughs if there's somebody standing next to me, right? It's like, nope, sorry, this is a...
So you have to imagine the measure of confidence.
confidence this guy has.
Coming, I mean, he's just right there on the 90, no
Oh,
less.
on the 90.
Not on the
Yeah.
train.
And it's,
But then
those are
he's got
electric
an
tracks,
audience.
too.
He's got an audience of thousands of commuters.
Right, and those are electric tracks too, aren't they? Guy's got
Brave.
probably got big cojones
Yeah.
underneath the window to do that. But I'm just sitting here, and I can't. I am like, I have just about seen it all now, And obviously, no prostate problem for this.
No,
The
yeah.
stream was healthy.
Doesn't sound like it.
It was like a garden hose. I mean,
Wow.
the stream.
Yeah, the street. Okay, glad you clarified it. Because it wasn't green or yellow or anything.
Yeah, it was really.
Aren't you guys glad you tuned in?
Censored
So,
out.
Yeah.
But no, you either got to go bad.
Yeah.
Or you just don't care.
Or you don't care.
And it could have been. I don't know the man personally. But
Well,
but for
I'd
the
have
next
questions for you if you did.
for the next hour that I was driving home, driving up to the studio here, I was just like, that is amazing.
It is.
It's totally amazing.
So this guy impacted your life for an hour plus, because now we're talking about it.
It's like Evel Knievel,
Here.
jumping over.
Jimmy, you
the-
got to
the
tell
fence.
everybody what you saw.
You have to. And it's something I had never seen before in my life.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm gonna guess it wasn't the first time he's done this.
Probably not.
Because how would you know to?
Well, I mean, if you gotta go, you gotta go, and depending on where you're at, because I mean, I have kids who, well, my middle son has lived downtown ever since he went to school. He's been there for 5
Yeah.
years. And, my oldest son goes down, and they say people do this on the train down there all the time. They don't, now thankfully, this guy had the good decency to do it out the window rather than on the train.
Well, yeah.
Because my kids have said, you gotta watch where you go
I didn't
on
even
the
know
train.
the windows open.
Because,
So, I mean, and
Yeah.
that's why I say is
some people just use
I-
it right there on
well,
the
I-
train, like the train itself is a toilet.
right. Oh yeah.
And you gotta watch that.
Well, and the trains that I take, of course, from the suburbs, they have toilets on them.
Yeah,
Right.
so,
But
and maybe that
but-
one was occupied.
I'm trying to think. Was it a bet that this guy? Was it a dare? Hey, buddy.
It
I
could have
dare you.
been, yeah.
I gotta pee. Dare you do it right out the window? Look at all those cars.
Eh,
I,
well,
Yeah.
so,
I literally, I'm like, that is amazing. There's no way on God's green earth. I don't care how bad I had to go.
really?
Yeah, no, listen, when we go, if we travel for like basketball, and I have to poop, no way. I'll wait till we get home.
Well, poop's a little different than pee.
I'm not, and listen, if I walk in to the bathroom and there's 3 urinals and somebody's standing in the middle, I'll either go into a stall or I'll walk out and go back in.
Wow. But it did,
First of all, why would you ever stand in the middle? That's not proper.
but
bathroom etiquette.
bathroom etiquette for men is you go in, you walk in, you look straight ahead, only what's going on right, from
Yeah.
here. You have blinders that come on
Yeah.
automatically
Yeah.
from here,
No talking.
straight down.
Yeah.
There's no conversation, there's no talking. You walk in, you look ahead, you do your thing, you zip back up and you go out. Anything more than 2 shakes is a little questionable.
You didn't wash your
And,
hands.
you gotta wash your
Okay,
hands, yeah.
yeah. Because you were like shake and go out.
No, you gotta wash your hands.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a given. Maybe for some people it's not.
No, that-
But
you
you
get
gotta,
some-
you gotta wash your hands,
Right.
and then you get out of there. So, but see, if you gotta go, you gotta go.
So are you with the foam soap? You know what I mean? The one that comes out foamy.
Right.
Are you a hands wet guy and then soap, or do you soap and then wet?
No, wet soap.
Even if
rinse.
it's foam.
Yeah,
See, if it's foam, I'll just.
you just do
I'm,
the.
I'm a dry foam.
And
then
I don't know.
rinse.
There's just something about you need the water. I don't know. For me.
Okay. Yeah, no.
You
And
need
now if
water.
it's gel, of course you want to get
So,
your hands wet.
But it's even if it's the foam. Yeah, I want.
You got to wet first.
Yeah. So, and I'm hoping, because here's the thing too. After you do, if you have to actually turn a freaking knob,
Yeah,
that grosses me out. So I'm
Yeah.
grabbing a towel, turn the knob.
that is gross.
Because you don't know if the person before you just reached over and grabbed it, because you don't know, because it's wet. The knobs
That's
are
why I
almost
soap-
always
that's
wet.
why I soap first.
And so, that's probably
That's
good.
why I soap first, especially
Yeah.
with the foam.
Yeah. So,
But anyway, my buddy on the train today, I don't think there was
Well,
no sink there.
no, and hopefully if he had
I-
to shake hands after he got on.
Right.
So, but if he's shaking people's hands, they don't know.
And pulling
So-
people in for a hug, that's, you give that
Yeah.
bro shaking hug.
Yeah.
Hey, bring it in.
Yeah, Yeah, but you don't. Yeah, because you don't know. I carry hand sanitizer in the car all the time because I'm shaking hands.
Moving, yeah.
Walking out,
Kissing
going in and out of
babies.
doors, shaking hands, kissing babies all the
You
time.
got to, yeah.
You got to.
Yeah.
You don't know what
Now,
you're
you
coming
go with
across.
just a regular scent, or do you get like a ocean breeze scent?
I prefer the unscented. Now, my wife always has some kind of scent, because like if we're out and about, because she's big on that too, and we're both doing the sleeve, grab the door thing,
or with your foot.
or trying to do so. But if you got to touch it, you got to touch it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just not an option, but to have to do that. So, but trying to. So,
Yeah.
hey, why don't you tell people about your loaf here? This is
Well, today's loaf.
Today's
is,
loaf.
Is a French brioche.
French brioche,
And this is a
vanilla.
vanilla custard French brioche.
Vanilla. That's fancy.
I don't even know what a brioche is, so I thought, boy, that's a fancy. And you gave us some intro music that is French.
French. So
I
that's
thought,
awesome.
we did French bread or Italian. What did you do last week with?
It was. I don't
Was it
remember.
Italian?
Actually,
Was
it was
it
a
long?
long.
Yeah.
It was a long. It was actually it was a some kind of French
But
thing.
this vanilla really makes a nice. If you look on the jumbotron,
Yeah.
it almost looks like mustard.
Almost. You know, mustard, and I could tell you about a mustard loaf.
Yeah.
I think I told you about mustard toast.
Mustard toast.
Before,
Yeah.
but we won't go back to that.
That's it.
But that does look nice. Now you brought this in, so you got to cut it.
We'll cut it.
You gotta cut it.
Yeah. Here, let me cut
So,
that.
and while you're cutting, you're getting up and cutting. I'll
Yeah.
scoot over a bit. I can tell everybody about our acronym this week.
Yeah.
Because because it is we did have everybody over there watching on YouTube 24/7 WPL and here on 21/6 the net. Because we had French theme song, and you actually brought in a French brioche, vanilla French brioche, and I think really you're going to want to take that home. I think you and your family are going to enjoy that because I've had brioche before.
I'm gonna try it.
It's
I've never
actually
had it.
nice. So it's actually really, I like it. It's good. I can't do it because of all the carbs, but it's nice. Now, I do have an acronym. And so this week's loaf brought to you by the lugubrious, ostentatious, abysmal French.
Say that again.
Lugubrious, ostentatious, abysmal French. Because when you think French, you think lugubrious, ostentatious, and abysmal. And abysmal and lugubrious are almost interchangeable. So, but
It's like
French.
it's like Hawaiian type bread.
Almost.
It's kind of sweet.
Yeah, kind of sweet, but you can heat it up, toast it. I like to actually do it. I like to throw those. Like I love chocolate brioche. It's really good. If you throw it in the fridge, get it good and cold, and then ice it,
Yeah.
and have it like a little bread cake. I really like that. That's really good.
No, this is good. Yes.
Yeah.
French
It's-
vanilla brioche.
Yeah, it's rather refined. So you can actually put those out at a nice spread. Oh, there goes the knife. That's all right. So, but it's a little,
Yeah. It's like my
going
honeymoon.
a little limp there.
It's like
So,
my honeymoon.
no, well, after that peeing out the window story,
I tell you.
that's
just
a bit of a mood killer.
Just
I mean,
amazing.
I don't know. Maybe I'm going to leave that alone. My brain doesn't need to go down that rabbit hole. But you can put that out, a nice spread. Might be good for meetings. And I do want to tell you about a meeting that I was at, actually yesterday.
An important meeting.
An important meeting.
Yeah.
It's a very important meeting. Actually, a meeting with a group who was a potential client who has become
Damon K. Ross.
a client.
How are you, brother?
Hey, Damon, how you doing? This is important, and we're sitting in a conference room, and there's a COO, a fella, in a very nice suit, and I'm in my, there's a company that I'm with where I actually wear their shirt, the logo, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Yes.
and I have my sports coat on, but usually I'm in jeans, and then I had the dress shoes
Oh, dress
on.
shoes.
So, but he's in a nice suit, and then they had someone who is a director of nursing there, and then someone who's a director of health and wellness. So you can imagine, well,
Yeah.
by those titles, it's a healthcare establishment. Very, very lovely conference room. And I'm probably about as far from here to that wall over there. They had a little screen on the wall for they put up stuff about their company that they wanted to talk about. And one of the things was core values. And I didn't take my iPad in, so I had my little note with my little yellow pad on it. And the COO there says, well, actually you want to write these down because this is very important to us, and we want to, we want to be sure that we convey how important our core values are. And I'll run down the list, and I want you just let me know what stands out to you
Yeah.
as maybe a little different than what you might otherwise hear.
Okay.
So I wrote them all down, and I'm looking at the board.
These are core values.
Core values.
Core values.
And we have integrity,
Integrity.
honesty,
Okay.
quality,
Quality.
partners,
Mhm.
respect,
Yeah.
teamwork,
Okay.
milkshakes, work ethic, family, image. Now, what is the one that you wouldn't think you'd hear on that list normally?
Family.
Family. Okay. See, now what hit me hard was the milkshakes.
Just
So
like,
I'm like, all right, I'll write it down.
Like,
Milkshakes.
yeah.
Now, after each one of those on their present, and this screen it's on the other side of the room. It's not like our jumbotron.
No,
It's
not
like
quite.
maybe a third of our jumbotron. And, so you slice our
So it's
Jumbotron
over
in
there. So you're
thirds. turn it
squinting
side-
now.
Yeah,
Did
so
you
I'm
say
kind of squinting to
milkshakes?
read it, and each one has a sentence after, and they're just going on and they're talking about it, and I'm like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, milkshakes, okay, milkshakes, and then it says now, right after this, we all make milkshakes, and something else, and I'm like, okay. I was thinking, maybe they threw this in just to see if people are paying attention.
Right.
Because I know companies
Yeah,
do that.
they'll do
Yeah,
that.
they did do that. So they're going through, and then he's talking about integrity, honesty, quality, partners, respect. He stops at respect. And he says, okay, so you kind of get where we're going with this. And I said, I do, and I understand that, and this is important to you.
Yeah.
And I said, but what I would like to know is actually, how do milkshakes fit into this?
They
And
bring
he,
all the boys to the end.
that generally speaking, that's the purpose. From what I understand,
Yeah.
what I've been told and what I've heard, they do exactly that.
Yes.
So he says, well, I said, he looks at me and he's like, okay, well, and I said, well, milkshakes, is it something that you really like? Is that part of your company culture? And I'm thinking, okay, the sentence says we all make milkshakes. So, maybe is this something you do on a monthly basis? Is this a big
What's
thing that you do? And I'm firing off questions fairly rapidly. And then I said, well, what's your favorite? To the lady next to me here. And she says, well, strawberry. I said, okay, that's nice. And what about yours? Well, I like bananas, and so I guess I would like bananas and vanilla. And I look at the CO, and I said, okay, what's your favorite milkshake? He says, well, I like Moose Tracks as my favorite ice cream.
That was good.
So, I probably, would love,
A Moose Tracks milkshake.
a Moose Track milkshake. And I'm like, all right, okay. So, and is this something you do every month? Is this something you wrap around your culture? And I said, because, I'm going through all this, and, he says, well, what's your point with milkshakes? And I'm like, well, I'm trying to understand your point with milkshakes because you've got it on your list. And he said, let me, I said, well, I've written it down here because I know you said write all these down. And he said, can I see that? And I'm like, yeah. So I spin it over to him, and he's looking at it, he's reading through, and he looks at that, and then he looks at the screen, he looks at that, and he said, oh, that's mistakes. And I said, oh, it's mistakes.
Oh.
Well, then I've made one. And so, okay, that makes a little more sense. We all make mistakes, not we all make milkshakes. So, and I said, so I guess the point is, or my point is, I need new glasses. And he's like, I guess you do. So they all start cracking
So
up.
literally, up on the screen,
It says mistakes. Yeah, I read and put in because
heard.
I'm like,
Right.
he didn't get to that.
Oh, he didn't.
He stopped at respect, which is two above milkshakes, in my mind. So,
The
and
best thing is you were like,
I'm serious.
tell me about your favorite.
I'm like
And
really
they're like-
getting into this.
They're like, what the hell is this
And I'm
guy
like,
talking
yeah,
about?
they are. They're thinking, what freaking train is this guy on? We're here talking about our core values, and he's talking about milkshakes. And they're like, so, and they're like, he's like, you were dead serious. And I'm like, well, I said I had two options. Either because of what I think I'm actually reading and seeing, that you either threw it in to see if I was paying attention, or it's an integral part of your company culture, your corporate culture.
Right.
So,
I like vanilla mistakes.
Yeah, I like mistakes too. Yeah, I like milkshakes. It's so, so now
Needless to say, we didn't land that
we
account.
did,
Oh, you did.
and here's why. I'm like, oh well, the point is, I need new glasses. My mistake. And he's like, wow, you just own that. And he's laughing. This lady next to me is crying.
He's in tears.
She's in tears. This lady's laughing. This guy takes off his glasses, pulls out his hanky. He's doing this. And he's like, we're working with you.
Yes.
Not a problem. We got it. You owned it. You made the mistake. You owned it. Plus, you called us out on what you thought you were seeing. You weren't afraid to address it. You weren't afraid to ask questions.
That is fantastic.
So he's like, your communication is on spot so long as you can see what you're talking about. Well, next time I'm in,
funny.
I'll just sit a little closer
That is hilarious.
to the screen. So, we all make mistakes, And
Oh,
sometimes
yeah,
those
that is
mistakes come
hilarious.
in the flavor of milkshakes.
Oh my God.
But, you know, I've done that over the years, but with different
The
things.
best is how you drove it home. You're just
Oh,
like,
I'm-
tell me about milkshakes.
Shakes. What is it?
And they're all like,
what the? Yeah, and I can see in their eyes that they're like, why is he landing on this one?
Yeah.
And like, you know, but I'm so serious and so straightforward with it. None of them are like, are you freaking stoned, or did you
Right.
smoke the drapes
Right.
before you walked in here?
Unbelievable.
Sniffing the carpet glue? What's going on
No
with
gravy
you?
stains on the shirt.
No gravy
nothing.
stains on the
You're
shirt.
good.
And, you know, I was all right, but I was being very direct, forward,
Amazing.
hitting it hard, and in their minds they're like, this guy's lost his damn mind.
That is
this
fantastic.
guy's off his nut. And yeah, so but
Is that-
important meetings sometimes don't go the way.
Is that milkshake?
Yeah, is that what is that? So, but
the interesting thing now is at my next important meeting for 21-6 and then I will have milkshakes
You
up
will
there.
have milkshakes.
And respect milkshakes.
Are we supposed
Family,
to respect the milkshakes?
Family, dreams, vision,
Yeah.
milkshakes.
And I just wrote it down, and
That is
I didn't even, I'm like, okay, I guess that's what, you know, if they put it up there, because I got everything else right, so.
Right. I don't want to
but,
leave one off.
No, so, but, you know,
That
There you
is
go.
just wonderful.
but, and I enjoyed it, even though,
oh yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah.
And I go home, I tell my wife, she's laughing so hard. I'm enjoying it the whole way out.
Hands down.
And the guy's like, you're not even embarrassed, are you? And I'm like, I don't have the embarrassment gene.
Yeah,
It
no.
skipped me.
Yeah.
You know, it's just,
I don't get embarrassed
it
either.
just doesn't. And my
As
wife
a
hates
matter of
that.
fact, I would have looked at him in the face. As a matter of fact, this is making the show tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't tell him that, but I'm thinking, this is going
Oh
on.
yeah.
This is going on. So,
Oh, my gosh.
But that was actually quite a lot of fun. We're right at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
So-
We're right there.
But man,
It's-
peeing on trains, milkshakes, dead people on Facebook.
Facebook.
This has been freaking
Ah.
awesome, guys.
That, folks, is what's in our loaf. A nice vanilla brioche
Nice.
loaf. That's what's in it.
Yeah.
Dead Facebook people, ping train riders, and of course, the all-important meetings.
And that's all been brought to you by the lugubrious, ostentatious, abysmal French.
French. For Skeet
And Deke.
We'll see you next week. Maybe early, maybe late. Because next week is 4th of July?
No, one week
2
after,
weeks.
2 weeks.
Next
4th of
week will be
July.
fine. Forget that I
Yeah.
even said that.
Yeah, so. we'll worry about
Sorry about that milkshake.
it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll go check us out at YouTube here.
Oh, Lord.